well, at this point, I would move to, is there a nomination? I've already been nominated and seconded. Thank you. At this point, the chair would entertain a motion to close nominations.
Motion to close nominations for chair.
Oh, slowly.
Patrick Malloy, 2003.
All right, we have a motion to close nominations. Any debate? Hearing none. All in favor of closing nominations?
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Nominations are closed. Megan, would you like to come up and give a speech?
You don't have to if it's unanimous.
Good evening. So again, my name is Megan Landon from District 18. Looks like 18 is a strong supporter of Ryan here. And I believe, it's my belief that Ryan Davidson is perfectly positioned to move us forward as a party. Working on the committee for the fundraiser that we just completed successfully was really very eye-opening for me. I got to work very closely with Ryan, and I also got to really see some pretty in-depth things that I think will make our party better. Specifically, I think that Ryan understands how to build our numbers. He definitely knows how to get people in the seats. He knows how to build our finances, our coffers, and he also, I believe, can help revitalize a reputation. So how many of you are here tonight because Ryan Davidson has called you or texted you or emailed you or called you again or sent a robocall to you, right? So we need that kind of a mover and a shaker in our party right now, because we all know that since Ryan has gotten involved, we've had a quorum more often than not, and that is pretty rare, right? So I think he knows how to do that for us. I think he has a good track record for that. I also believe that he knows how to build our coffers. He knows how to put the right people around him and rely on the right people that know how to get people out and to get them coming and supporting us. And I think that he has a pretty good vision of that. As we just saw with this fundraiser, he miraculously managed to turn it around from something that was going to epically fail and cost us almost 10 grand. And we now have 13 grand in the bank. But by the way, that's after the hotel has taken out all their fees. Okay? So he knows how to, I mean, we need to pay our dues to the state, right? And we need to help get good Republicans elected locally. We need money to do that. Love him or hate him, Ryan is consistent. He is consistently pro-liberty, consistently pro-constitution, and a lot of the former Republicans that I have talked to are just totally disillusioned and disgusted with the Republican Party because they don't think it stands for what it should stand for anymore. And I think that we need to change that. We need to reach back out. We need to bring them back in and show them, no, we really are a place where you can come and your hopes and your dreams for our local government can be realized. I think Ryan is the man to do that. I ask for your vote. Thank you very much.
All right. Anyone want to do a seconding speech? Well, Mark had his hand up in the back there.
Well,
Would you yield to Mark? Mark Johnson, come on up, please. I saw you back there.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Mark Johnson. I'm from 2006. I'm a new PC, but I've been actually hanging around this body for about 4 or 5 years, coming and going, learning and observing. And what I've observed, and especially over these last few months when Ryan took over the chairmanship, I've observed a bigger audience, a bigger attendance, more excitement. And that's not to take away anything from any of the previous chairmen, but I think Ryan has brought something to this body, and I hope we can elect him to continue that. Ryan, I've worked with him quite a bit over the last few years too, and what I found is I don't think there's a harder worker in this party in Ada County than Ryan Davidson. He just amazes me. In fact, I don't know I can live up to expectations, but I'm going to try. I found him to be very articulate and very intelligent, and that's going to serve him well as a chairman. I think he's respected by all, and I think he works well for just everybody, works well with everybody in this county body. So I ask you to join me in voting for Brian Davidson for chairman.
Well, thank you, Mark, and I'm honored to accept the nomination, and I just wanted to say we've got a tough election ahead of us in November. The Democrats are going to be more energized than they ever have been with their surprise candidate for governor. This is going to be a national race. I think that every national Democratic organization is going to pour time, money, and resources in this. And so that's why the very first thing on my agenda after this meeting tomorrow is to call Brad Little and have a meeting with him and tell him that I'm throwing all my support, and we want all of Ada County to unite behind our nominee for governor, because we are facing, a crisis in this state if Paulette Jordan brings in thousands and thousands of new Democratic voters. We need to bring our energy from Ada County to the governor's race and to all the down-ticket races, which could suffer in the wake of a Democrat title win. So that is my first priority, is to unite the party behind our nominee and to defeat the Democrats in November, and I hope you're all here to join me. So thank you very much. Now we'll call for the vote. All in favor of Brian Davidson for county chair, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, we will now move on to the election for first vice chairman. Do we have a nomination for first vice chairman?
Mr. Chairman, Steve Wood, 1415, I'd like to nominate Patrick Malloy for vice chairman.
We have a nomination for Patrick Malloy. Do we have a second?
Bonnie Carter, 2103, I second.
We have a nomination and a second. Do we have any other nominations for the position of first vice chair? Seeing none, the chair will entertain a motion to close nominations.
Bill Schiller, 2101.
Is there a second? There's been a motion and a second to close nominations. Any debate? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say nay. The motion passes. Nominations are closed. Mr. Wood, would you care to give your nominating speech for Patrick Malloy?
Mr. Chairman, point of order. May I make a motion before he speaks?
You may.
May we dispense with the speeches, given that there is no alternative candidate, and move to a voice vote? I would.
Well, you got a harsher buzz, Pat.
All right, well, you're the precinct committeeman. You can decide if you want to hear people talk or not. So we will. Did we have a motion, or was that a point of order?
That was a vote. Well, it was a point of order to make a motion. I made the motion.
Okay.
Second.
We have a motion to dispense with speeches if the race is uncontested. Is that the motion?
Yes.
I second 1809, Gary Child.
Oh, okay.
It's covered.
Any debate? Mr. Reorganization.
As I'm new here, I don't know a lot of faces, so though I appreciate the motion and the urgency of speeding up time, it would be nice to see a face to who we are nominating.
That's true.
I would be happy to just do my part of the speech if that would that. Yes.
Do you wish to amend your motion?
That we dispense with the first and second nominating speech and move straight to the candidate speech
Thank you.
prior to the voice vote.
Who's second?
Second was 1415, still agrees.
This is one way to get out of
Be
it.
kind to the secretary.
All right, so we have a motion where if a race is uncontested, only the candidate will speak. personally a fan of speeches, but is there any debate?
Mr. Chair, I rise in support of speeches.
All right, seeing no debate, the motion to dispense with speeches if it is an uncontested race. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no.
Nay.
Motion carries. Thank you. All right, so Mr. Malloy, it's only you now.
I think that's a fair and wise decision. So my foray into politics began back in the Reagan era in 1980. I was still in high school, got involved, and in our household, you always had to read Time magazine and discuss both politics and religion. That was one of my dad's rules, the two things most avoided. So since coming to Idaho specifically, though, I have run for 2 different city council positions, and I've not won those elections. I ran for an open house seat, which I did not win. But in running those, I got the attention of my district senator in 20, which was Shirley McCaig. And Shirley asked, when she took a leave of absence, that I would fulfill part of her term in the Senate. So I was able to serve in the Idaho Senate in 2013. In so doing, I was also the vice chair of the Judiciary and Rules Committee at that time. So I'm somewhat familiar with some of the procedures and things. And I also sat in the Health and Welfare Committee at that time. So I learned a great deal. This is my 3rd term as a precinct committeeman. I've done a lot of walking and knocking in my district and been supporting the good conservative candidates that we've had out there. And most recently, you may have got a little periodical in your mailbox that said the Idahoan, that was somewhat an issue of whether it's journalism or not. And but I'm the individual behind that as well. We're putting that forth as an actual upfront conservative periodical dealing specifically with government, politics, and things going on here in the state. So those are the things I'm involved with, and I hope that if you think that I would be a good vice chair, that you will vote for me. Thank you.
All right, all in favor of electing Patrick Malloy to the position of first vice chair, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Congratulations, Patrick.